Ladies and gentlemen of the Action Army, what is going on? And welcome to another episode of Answers for Athletes. In today's video, we have a question from Burner for a Pro, who says, how often per week should you do plyometrics? Which that question is very general. And with questions that are very general like that, I do like to give a little bit more specificity to try to help you out just a little bit more. So I have 3 tips for you today as far as answering the question of how often per week should you do plyometrics. But before I give you those tips, make sure that you comment JUMP, J-U-M-P, down below in the comment section for a free bodyweight vertical jump training program, and comment your question down below if you want me to answer your question in a video just like this. So, how often per week should we be doing plyometrics? And I'm going to be talking about max plyometrics. So, max jumps, depth jumps as high as you can, drop jumps, sprints, bounds, the best plyometrics that you could possibly be doing. How much volume should you be getting per week? Tip number 1 is 2 to 3 times per week is going to be where you want to stay, right? And this is because after doing max plyometrics, you need to let your body recover. So due to the need to recover after max jumps and max plyos, 2 to 3 times per week is going to really be all that you can do. I mean, if you're an advanced athlete, you could do some microdosing and do a max plyo every day as long as the volume is low enough. But typically when you're talking about doing max plyos, we like to leave a day of rest or even 2 days of rest afterwards. So 2 to 3 times per week is going to be, your typical range for how often you should do max jumps, max plyometrics in general, max sprints. Number 2, but one little quick thing that I wanted to mention about that is that you need to look at your total volume, right? Your total volume of jumps. How many intense jumps are you getting per week? So we're not necessarily looking at per session, we're looking at per week. So let's say we do 40 maximum plyo reps per week, depending on the exercise. You're going to want to take that 40 and you're going to want to split it up into 2 to 3 workouts. That's going to be what most people are going to do. Number 2 is I am a fan of periodizing plyometrics for the right athlete. And I'll tell you in a second who is the right athlete. I am a fan of periodizing plyometrics. I have seen great results in my athletes by doing, and we do this in the vertical jump secret system. We do a certain amount, we do a block of 3 sets of 20 reps of certain plyos. And then we move to 3 sets of 20 reps. Then we go to 3 sets of 15 reps. Then we do 4 sets of 10 reps. And then we do 5 sets of 5 reps. And these are different blocks of training. But we are periodizing our plyometrics. Now, you need to work up to that. You don't want to just start with 20, intense jumps. You need to start with low-level extensive plyos, work your way up to higher, more intensive plyos. But then once you get there for the right athlete, I like 3 sets of 20, and then 3 sets of 15, and then 4 sets of 10, and then 5 sets of 5 with the right plyometrics. So I do like to periodize my plyos, and the reason I do that, just for anybody who's wondering, well, why the hell do you do that? It's because you get more volume, right? You're doing higher volume, and then you are periodizing down to lower volume. So I should actually periodize it up like this. So you're starting with high volume. And by doing high volume, you by nature get some lower intensity. And then you periodize and you're getting lower volume, higher intensity. So once you get to the 5x5, you're only doing 5 reps. Those 5 reps are more intense. They're going to stress the body more. There's more intent with the lower number of reps. Just because once you're at the 19th rep, the 20th rep, you're really fatigued, right? Those are not good jumps, but we want to start there and then work towards high intensity and lower volume. And then number 3, not everyone should periodize plyos. So number 2 was periodize your plyos. Number 3 is not everyone should periodize your plyos. If you're an athlete in season or you have practices, you have games, honestly, most athletes shouldn't periodize at all. That's going to be crazy to you. Most athletes do too much stuff. Like my basketball players, I coach a high school basketball team. What I do with my high school basketball team, for the most part, is we go low volume, high intensity. So we have a specific number of plyos and strength exercises that we do, and we stick to that number. We just try to progressive overload that low volume of exercises. And the reason we do that is because they do too much shit. Like we're doing AAU, and then we have practices, and then we have fall leagues, and then we have spring leagues, and then we're doing skill sessions, and then we're doing workouts. Like there's just too much shit. So periodizing and going high volume is never really good for my high school basketball players. In the summer, it's different. You can do some in the summer because with, high school and college athletes in the summer, college, you start working a little bit more. But high school athletes in the summer, they have time to recover. If you're a high school athlete, I guarantee most of you watching this, if you're a high school athlete, you don't get enough sleep. You go to bed too late. You're on your phone, you're playing video games, you just worked all day, you went to school, you did this, you did that, you did some skills, you had practice. So at night, you're like, let me try to hop on 2K. And then in the summer, you're allowed to sleep as long as your body needs to sleep. So you can do some off-season work, higher volume in the summer. But most athletes, if you're in season, if you're currently playing for a team, you probably don't need to periodize your plyos. You might not need to periodize at all. You might need to keep it lower volume, higher intensity. Choose the main exercises that are going to work, the bang for your buck exercises, the compound movements for your lifts. Keep them at 5 sets of 3 and try to get more intense. Try to do more weight. Try to move the bar faster on those lower number of exercises and less volume. And yeah, I don't want to keep yapping. I could just go on for this forever. So I'm going to stop it there. Those are your 3 tips as to how long or how often you should do plyometrics every single week. Hopefully something that I said in there and yapped about helped you. And if you have a question about anything that I just said, because I just threw a lot at you without any specifics on certain things, but hopefully that was specific enough on how often to do plyometrics. Anyways, like this video if you like it, subscribe to the channel, comment your question down below if you want me to answer your question in a video just like this. And last but not least, get my advanced training programs if you are interested in increasing your athleticism. We got the vertical jump secret system, Beyond the Rim 1, 2, 3. We got Beyond the Rim Project Plyo, Beyond the Rim Strong and Bouncy. We got upper body athlete programs. We got the upper body athlete secret system. We got indestructible knees. We got all the programs that you need to take your athleticism to the next level. But I'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.